want to show you how to make sweet pickle relish. This is a nice way to use up some cucumbers. It's not going to take a lot. It's not going to be really labor intensive to make this. Basically, you just need about 4 medium cucumbers, and you want to cut them. You don't have to peel them, but you do need to wash them good. And if there are any blemishes or whatever on them, you can cut those off. And I have this really handy dandy vegetable chopper. I believe I got it off of Amazon. I don't remember what it's called. It's called PrepWorks. And this thing works really awesome. Now if you don't have one of these, you don't have to, not do relish. I like it because everything that I chop, all of the vegetables will be the same size. So let me just show you. You want to cut them in chunks about this size, and you want to have them skin side up, and then you just give it a whack. It's going to be kind of loud. And then you just keep doing that, and it really makes the job easy. So once I get all of the cucumbers chopped up, I'll bring you back and show you what to do next. So I ended up chopping about 3½ of those cucumbers. They must have been more on the large side rather than medium, because you basically need 4 cups of chopped cucumber. And so that's what I have in this bowl. Now the next ingredient you're going to want is 2 cups of chopped onion, and I'm going to do it exactly the same way in my PrepWorks chopper, because like I said, I want all of the vegetables to be approximately the same size. So you just peel your onion and cut it into fourths. And I'll put my chopper back together here. And you do it the same way that you did the cucumber. Quick as a whistle. Alright, when I get 2 cups of onions chopped, I'll be back and show you what to do next. Now I have 2 cups of chopped onion in the same bowl with the cucumber. Now the last ingredient is green pepper. My recipe actually calls for 1 cup of sweet green pepper and 1 cup of sweet red pepper. Well, I don't have any red peppers, so I'm just going to do 2 cups of the sweet green peppers. And just as before, I am going to use my handy dandy PrepWorks chopper. It makes these jobs so much easier. So you just quarter the green pepper, take the seeds and the ribs out. You don't want those in there. And then, just as before, you chop them. I'm going to try it with the skin down and see how that works. Well, not too great. I'm going to try it with the skin up next time. Let me see, skin up. Much better. Alright, when I get 2 cups of green peppers diced up, I'll bring you back and show you what to do next. I have the green peppers added to the bowl. And the next thing you want to do is you want to take 1/4 cup of salt, and has to be the canning and pickling salt, not table salt. Alright, it needs to be the canning and pickling salt. And you sprinkle this in on the vegetables. And you give it a good stir so everything is mixed up. Now what you're going to do, whoops, onion skin in there, is you're going to fill this bowl till the vegetables are covered with cold water, and you're going to let this sit on the counter for 2 hours. Once the 2 hours is up, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what to do next. It has been 2 hours, and the cucumber, onion, and pepper and salt mixture has been soaking in the cold water. And now what you have to do is you drain it in a colander and you rinse it thoroughly. So that's what I'm going to do now. Try to do it with one hand. You want to rinse it really, really good to get all of the salt off. So once I get this all rinsed and I'm ready for the next step, I'll bring you back. Now that the relish vegetables are rinsed and drained, and in this pot I am going to make the sauce that the vegetables will be packed in. And what the sauce consists of is 3½ cups of sugar. Now that seems like a lot of sugar to me, but this is sweet pickle relish, okay? I have a ½ cup measure, so this will be seven of these to make 3½ cups of sugar. 7. So there's 3½ cups of sugar. You're going to want to put 1 tablespoon of celery seed and 1 tablespoon of mustard seed. 1 tablespoon of celery seed, and 1 tablespoon of mustard seed. And then to the dry ingredients, you're going to add 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. Now I'm going to put this on the stove and bring it to a boil, and then I will be adding the vegetables. After I've added the vegetables to the pot, I'll bring it back and let you see what it looks like. The liquid came to a boil, so I added the vegetables to the pot. Now that I need to bring this back up to a boil, lower it to a simmer, and simmer it for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes is up, then we can go on to process the jars. So in 10 minutes, or after this has simmered for 10 minutes, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how we process sweet pickle relish. The filling of the jars for the relish is just like every other thing you can, pretty much. You fill the jar to within a 1/2 inch headspace, and these are 1/2 pint jars. Let me move this out of the way so you can see better. Debubble. There's a lot of juice here. That's okay. I followed the directions, so all that vinegar is making me choke. So you wipe the rim with a paper towel dipped in white vinegar. Sorry. Sometimes the vinegar fumes from pickles is overwhelming. You put on a lid and a ring. And you tighten it down fingertip tight. And you put the jar back in the canner and get another jar. Like I've said before, I always have 2 jars going at the same time so that I have some place to put my funnel. So I'll show you one more time. You just fill the jars up to with 1/2 inch headspace. And I got that a bit full, so I'm going to get a spoon. Take some of that out of there. You don't want them too full or it'll spill out into your canner. Then you take a wet paper towel dipped in white vinegar, wipe the rim. It's a very important step. You have to make sure there's no particles on the rim. You get a lid, which has been in simmering water, and a lid, or a ring I should say. lid and a ring. Tighten it down, fingertip tight, and then you put it in the canner. Now the reason why you have these lids soaking in simmering hot water is so that the rubber, this red rubber stuff, gets softened up and you will have a good seal on your jar. Alright, I'm going to put this in the canner. Once I have all the jars filled and in the canner, I'll bring you back and let you see what they look like. I have 8 half-pint jars in my canner all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put this rack in there. Let it settle. Put the lid on and crank it up to can. Once this comes to a rolling boil, I'll set my timer for 10 minutes and we'll process this relish for 10 minutes. When the jars are all done and on the counter, I'll bring you back and show you the finished product. So, alright, if you want your silliness to be on YouTube, you keep talking. So here are the 8 half pints of relish, all done. Of all the canning I've done so far this summer, this relish was the absolutely easiest recipe to follow and to do, other than all of the chopping, but thankfully I had that this PrepWorks chopper that really helped. I hope you enjoyed watching this video on how to make sweet pickle relish. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye!